Just about 22 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock, welcome back to the Now Morning Show. Now, metrology, not to be confused with meteorology, is the scientific study of measurement. And on Saturday, we will be commemorating World Metrology Day. And joining us to talk more about it are the manager of the Metrology Division at the TNT Bureau of Standards, Erica Caruth, and Chief Inspector at the Bureau, Ms. Pamela Ramsubhag. Ladies, good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for joining us, Erica. I'm coming straight to you first.
Sure.
When I saw metrology, I'm like, is this a typo? What am I seeing here? Because it's the first time, like, I know about the study of measurement, but I didn't know exactly what the label of it was. So tell us exactly what is metrology and why is it so important?
Great. So metrology, as you indicated, it's the science of measurement and the application of the measurements. Right. And you would appreciate that measurement underpins many things in our day-to-day life. It's often unseen, but it's operating behind the scenes. When you look at your watch, it's about measurement.
So we're going out of the parameters of centimeters and inches. It's more than that.
It is a lot more than that, right? When you drive in your car, whether you are within the speed limit, when you purchase at the markets and the supermarkets, it's all about measurement and trading there. And of course, even with respect to health, when you check your blood pressure, the doctor would prescribe medication based on measurements. So it's really important.
Yeah. And what is World Metrology Day and why should we commemorate something like that?
Okay, well, World Metrology Day commemorates the signing of the Meter Convention in 1875 on the 20th of May. And 17 countries at that time would have signed on to establish a coherent worldwide measurement system. Of course, it underpins scientific research, innovation, industrial manufacturing, international trade, and of course, our daily life interactions, the environment, you name it. Metrology underpins those things.
Yeah. I'm coming to you, Pamela, because as the Chief Inspector, I'm wondering what is legal metrology and how can we use that in any context?
Okay. As Erica mentioned, metrology is the science of measurement. Legal metrology is a branch of metrology. We are particularly concerned in legal metrology with the application of legislations which ensures measuring devices used in trade are weighing or giving accurate results.
What are some of those devices?
The devices which we are currently verifying. The verification is a series of tests which we do to ensure that you are getting reliable and accurate measurements. For example, you would see those devices, measuring devices in the supermarkets, the scales particularly, scales in supermarkets, markets, mini-marts, the food sold by weight, the couriers, the fuel dispensers at the gas station, CNG dispensers. Those are the prescribed measuring devices used in trade, which we are currently verifying.
And is it that you're verifying it to ensure that whatever measurement you see on those things are the one, it's actually a credible source for you to use?
That's correct. We are verifying to ensure that the measurement is accurate and reliable.
Yeah, okay. And then how often do these verifications occur?
Depending on the type of device, for example, the weighing devices, based on the current legislation, which is the Metrology Act, Chapter 8206, and the Metrology Regulations, we are to verify prescribed measuring devices which fall under weighing devices annually. Now, and liquid fuel or volume devices, for example, the fuel dispensers and CNG, every 6 months.
Every 6 months?
Every 6 months.
Okay. And so then if I go to, fill up, or even if I go to the supermarket, how will I know that this has been verified?
Once verification takes place and it passes the verification test, we affix a brightly yellow colored verification label on the device, and we issue to the owner of the device a certificate for verification. So the customer should always look for this brightly colored yellow label which has the LMI and TTPS logo on it.
On the on the device itself,
Yes.
But I don't see those when I go to the supermarket on the scales or when I go to the markets on the scales. So is it that it's not been verified, or?
We are in the process of verifying markets, all the markets, municipal markets. And what we advise consumers as well to do, if you don't see the verification sticker, contact us at the TTPS so we can know to verify that device. And we advise customers as well, do not buy from a device which is not verified, because the whole genesis or the basis for the legal metrology is to ensure fair trade. You're safeguarding both the seller and the buyer by ensuring you're getting the quantity of goods which is to be sold in terms of the customer, as well as ensuring that the seller is not losing money in any transaction.
Yeah. Pamela, permit me to go off course a bit, but
Sure.
in addition to that, what about the ones where you can't see the scale? So I go to buy 2-3 pounds of banana,
Yes.
and only the person who's selling it is seeing the scale.
Yes.
I can't see if it's 3 pounds. I mean, do I have a right to tell him turn it over or something like that?
That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah.
Because the fact that this Metrology Act is very new, there's a lot of public awareness that still has to take place, and we rely a lot from the consumer, because you as the consumer have the right to know, do not buy from an unverified scale. If you're not seeing the verification, if you need to see your weight, ask the vendor or whoever you're buying the product from to see the actual weight that you're getting.
Yeah. And during this verification exercise, is it that the machines are going to be calibrated as well to ensure that whatever figure you're seeing is the right one?
That's correct. So before we actually verify, because this is what we are doing, we are verifying the accuracy of the measuring device. The devices are calibrated by calibration service providers. So we are verifying the accuracy and reliability of the measurement.
And if you are a supplier or somebody who uses the devices, is there a way for you to contact the TTBS to get your device calibrated or verified?
In terms of the verification activity, you can contact TTBS at 662-8827, extension 2348, or 750-0686, or you can email us at lmi@ttbs.org.tt.
Yeah. And is it just the devices that are going to be verified? Are they only for consumers, or can I also get a verified scale in my bathroom and stuff like that?
Once, according to the legislation, which is the Metrology Act, Chapter 82.6, it has what is called prescribed measuring devices used in trade. So any type of measuring device which is used in trade where transaction is involved, that is what we would verify.
Interesting. I like it. Erica, I'm coming to you.
Sure.
Tell us about the theme for World Metrology Day and any sort of activities the Bureau is going to be having for the day on Saturday.
Sure. So the theme this year is measurement supporting the global food system.
Yes.
And it basically, this year, it's focusing on that because there would have been many challenges with respect to climate change and the distribution of food. So the organizers of World Metrology Day thought that that theme was fitting for this year. So at the Bureau, we are having a webinar featuring the theme, measurement supporting the global food system. And we have some of our stakeholders who operate in the Trinidad and Tobago's context of food. They would be doing presentations. We would also have a message from our line minister from the Ministry of Trade and Industry, Senator the Honorable Paula Gopi-Schoon, and our internal participation in terms of showing what the Trinidad and Tobago Bureau of Standards is currently doing with respect to our capability in terms of digital transformation. And yes, inviting all interested stakeholders to join in on the webinar. You can get the information on the TTBS's website at gottbs.com, where you would have the credentials for participating.
Yeah. And just to give us an overview of the TTBS, I mean, what sort of other work is the organization involved in?
Right, so the TTBS is multifaceted in that, well, I represent the Metrology Division, but there are other divisions, which is the Standardization Division, which deals with developing standards for the country. We have the Implementation Division that deals with inspection of goods coming into the country, imports. We have the Certification Division that they will deal with product certification and other management system standards. And the Lab Services Division that deals with testing of various items, for example, electrical products, chemicals, materials, etc.
Nice. Well, ladies, it was a pleasure to have you. Pamela, just one more thing before you go. Remind us again how we can get in contact with the LMI. Is it the LMI?
Yes.
Yes.
You can get in contact with the LMI Legal Metrology Inspectorate
Yes.
at 662-8827, extension 2348, or 750-0686, or email us at lmi@ttbs.org.tt.
Yeah, Pamela, Erica, pleasure having you ladies in
Thank
this
you.
morning.
Thank you.
I know that we look forward to seeing how soon those devices can be verified, and we can see that yellow tag, as you mentioned, when we go to purchase our items. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having
Thank you
us.
for having us.
And that was two representatives from the Trinidad and Tobago Bureau of Standards just sharing about World Metrology Day that's going to be commemorated this Saturday, and also how we can use metrology, that unit of measurement, in our trade practices. You're on the Now Morning Show. We're going to take a break and be right back. Stay with us.